Hey guys, I'm Jeremy.
I'm Jeff.
And we want to talk to you guys about how to think about involving grandparents. So you guys probably know Jeff and I are both really trying to pursue what we see as the biblical blueprint for family as a multi-generational team on mission. So I want to think about that word multi-generational for a second and talk about how critical it is to think deeply about the involvement of the previous generations in the lives of your children and in your life as a family. And I want to say, of course, off the bat that this is unbelievably circumstantial. Everyone is in very different places. Some people are like, hell no, that's not going to happen to my family. And I get it. There's sometimes this is not going to happen for really good reasons. But for most of us, there's opportunities to enfold the previous generation, if that's uncles and aunts, if that's grandparents, if that's sisters and uncles, others that are a part of our extended family. And this is just a really low value in our culture. We don't really care that much about involving the extended family in our life as a family. And I think that this is odd biblically. Most people don't know this, but there's more verses in the Torah, for example, about honoring your parents or how to handle upstream relations with your parents than there are about how to handle your children. This is a really big deal to God. And you read a chapter like 1 Timothy 5 that goes into detail about what it means to care for your parents in their old age, for example, and widows in the church. And there's something about this that just no longer resonates, I think, because we have lost that blueprint. We don't think about family as a multi-generational project. We think about it as a single generation. That's why most of us don't know the names of our great-grandparents, for example. So if you want to build a multi-generational family, if you want to have a deep relationship with your children in the future, one of the most practical things you can do is just find ways to honor your parents and get the grandparents involved in the life of the family. So the first thing is just valuing it at a high level. And so there's one kind of tip I want to give about like how to think about that. But Jeff, how do you think about this topic?
Yeah, I think it's really, really important. I think two things that stand out to me is one, you actually have to realize our insane obsession in our culture and wrong idea and idolatry, I would say, of how age works or where the peak moments are in your life. I think in our culture, the peak moments, there's pretty much two in regards to age, I would say. And it's our addiction to youth and our obsession with youth. And we always just want to look younger, et cetera, et cetera. And when you start looking older, you need to look younger. So I would say the two peaks are kind of like college-y, young adult stage. And then I would say the second peak that we really honor in our culture is like the 30 to 50-year-old kind of CEO leader, the person who's actively at the peak of kind of the end or middle of their business life, professional life. We do that. And we almost, one of the lowest people we usually hold in high regard is they're 80, they're 90, they contribute nothing to society, but they lived a really awesome, beautiful life. We kind of, they're a drain on us, they're a drain on the resources, put them in a nursing home, right? Yeah. To me, I think that like that whole paradigm of age and like that's seriously wrong. I think it's idolatrous and gets a little bit under the skin or under the level of what I just said of like we uphold youth so highly that we actually think aging is like, and what comes with that, wisdom, guidance, et cetera, is wrong. And so I think we have to start there. And then two, I think, just incorporate, it's really easy. I think like, it sounds bad, but just like talk to your parents and tell them to tell you stories. Like it's questions and stories will get the job done, right? And it's as easy as that. Now, unless you have maybe some, a very guarded person or whatever, but even then, like just keep talking. Like it's not like it's not like it's a one-time coffee meeting that you've never going to see this person again. Like they're your family. You'll see them forever until they die. Yeah. So just keep asking questions and keep learning, and particularly do that in front of the kids. Like, hey, tell me more about grandma. Tell me more about what you was like when you were a kid. Tell me about, like, I had a fun idea. I don't know if Alyssa's down, and I think also because they think they didn't think it was that awesome, but I said like, hey, one of the vacations in the next couple of years, maybe when the kids are a little older so they totally remember, is let's go to like Colorado, because that was a significant season for Alyssa's parents of like, they lived there for a long time. They had Alyssa was actually born there. They didn't move to Washington until they were 3. Now, mine and Alyssa's stories is all Washington. Like Washington is our DNA. We grew up there, blah, blah, blah. Like that's us. But there was such a Colorado season in her parents before her that I'm like, it'd be fun to almost vacation with the itinerary being strictly like, let's go around the town or the area or the state for 7 days and just point out to us where you had dinner, point out to us where your first date was, point out to us where Alyssa was born, like stuff like that. Like, and that's just and they were like, oh, like, no, those parts suck. I don't want a vacation there. But, but it's like an ideas like that, So I just think stuff like that matters. Yeah.
Yes, I love that. So yeah, we don't understand the purpose of 70s, 80s, 90s. Most people in our culture, we don't think that they should still be alive. There's not a great purpose. Their quality of life is going down. And it's important that as your quality of life descends, the meaning in your life is going up.
Yeah, the wisdom
in
goes
ancient
up.
cultures, this happened all the time. If you look like Native American cultures did this really well. They really knew how to honor elders. And we just don't know how to do that. So a lot of times what dads today have to think about with involving their parents and honoring them in that way is you kind of have to set the table for that. You're describing this trip to Colorado, simple ways to do that.
They won't do it. Yeah.
Yeah, they won't, because their culture has already told them they're sort of useless.
Like you need to be
and they're just
quiet.
waiting.
Exactly.
Yeah, or they should retire or go somewhere and spend their money and stay away.
Yep.
And a lot of them even reinforce that, saying, I don't want to be a burden to you. You won't see that value anywhere in the whole Bible. The Bible has the opposite value, which is take care of your parents. But a really basic thing to think about there is trying to just involve them in conversations and ask for their wisdom. I mean, we did this around political issues. We just sort of let it go. Like, we didn't agree with everything they said, but we were like, give us your wisdom. You have
Totally.
a lot longer. You've been, like, we have Bible studies with our parents. Veterans Day, my dad and my father-in-law were both veterans. And so every Veterans Day, we take them out and ask for them to share stories that they experienced when they were in the military. Things like that just allow them to be sages, because that's the season of life they're in. But the problem is that the only way that they're going to get to experience that meaning in life is if you set it up and you release it. And it's probably going to be resisted a little bit often because we no longer know how to do that. But it's not that hard to sort of ask some deep questions and just elicit some wisdom from the previous generation.
What's up, guys? Thanks for watching another daily episode of 5 Minute Fatherhood. Couple quick announcements. Did you know we have a free Facebook group for dads out there who watch these videos, where we talk about these videos and the content? We do lives, we do Q&As, we encourage one another. Link down in the description. We'd love if you request to join and be a part of the community. It's awesome, it's free, and we can't wait to meet you. Also, me and Jeremy like to say a lot of fathers out there have never been taught how to be one. So we created a masterclass called Skill of Fatherhood Masterclass, where we teach exactly that. Different modules unpacking all the different skills necessary to be a father who builds a multi-generational family team on mission. Link in the description for that, along with a secret discount code for the YouTube community watching. Secondly, boom, you hit this button right here, right there. Did it work? I don't know if I timed it well, but you can hit the subscribe button so you can actually see these daily videos when they actually come out and get them straight to your inbox. It would mean a lot to us if you hit the subscribe button. Let us know if you do, because we do random giveaways for those who are subscribers, and they let us know. We love you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.